Browns Insider drops latest update on Shedeur Sanders' outlook in battle for Cleveland's QB1 spot. It's been an interesting few days at the Cleveland Browns training camp. With 4 legitimate options battling to be QB1, the organization has given each name a genuine chance at the spot. While Joe Flacco is the most established of the 4 options, both Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders are trying to establish themselves in the league. Sanders might be the most popular option among the group, thanks to his pedigree and magnetic personality. But with training camp nearing its conclusion and with an eye on the preseason, a team insider revealed the general consensus about the 5th-round pick's performance so far. What's the verdict on QB Shedeur Sanders from Cleveland Browns training camp? Over the weekend, the ESPN Cleveland page diligently updated the quarterback stats after each day of reps. After the first 4 days, the compiled stats were posted on their official X page. Surprisingly, on Saturday, Super Bowl 47 champion Joe Flacco had the worst stats among the group, completing 50% of his 34 passes without recording a single touchdown. Veteran Kenny Pickett, on the other hand, was highly efficient, recording 23 of 34 completions for 3 touchdowns. Still, Pickett was the only one among the 4 to cough up an interception. Things went sour for the ex-Pittsburgh Steelers QB, though, when he suffered a mild hamstring injury. He will be out for an undetermined amount of time. The rookies were both clean when it came to turnovers. While Gabriel recorded 2 touchdowns in his 24 completions on 38 attempts, Sanders had a dramatic turnaround. After a rough first 2 days, he finished with 3 touchdowns in just 31 attempts. He was also highly efficient with his passing, completing 20 passes over 4 days. As a result, Zach Jackson of The Athletic had some high praise for the performance he'd put forward so far. Sanders had his 2 best throwing days Friday and Saturday, which were also his busiest days in competitive situations. Moreover, his performance has forced some changes in the Browns' structure. He's no longer getting the fewest reps, and though he's at the back of the line in early practice drills, he has taken some series with the number 2 offensive line versus number 2 defense. He's still a work in progress, according to Jackson, but the upside is clear to see. When Sanders is on, he's accurate and able to layer passes to allow the intended target the best chance to catch it and gain yards. However, even with the positives, his performance has one major caveat. He's still not receiving any reps with the number 1 offense or against the number 1 defense, but he's also getting more opportunities than any number 4 quarterback has in any previous camp situation. With Cleveland HC Kevin Stefanski impressed by his work ethic and the possibility that the Browns want to evaluate his standing as the potential quarterback of the future for the franchise, the possibility of Sanders starting in his rookie year isn't completely dead. The quarterback carousel in Cleveland has always been a source of mystery, controversy, and fleeting hope. But this year, it feels different. The battle for QB1 is more intense, the expectations higher, and the spotlight hotter, thanks largely to one name, Shedeur Sanders. And just when fans thought they could read the room, a Browns insider has dropped a fresh update that changes the tone of the entire narrative. Shedeur is still very much in the fight, the insider told local reporters on Monday morning. People thinking this decision is already made, they're wrong. This is going down to the wire. That one sentence, delivered with subtle conviction, has reignited the debate across Cleveland talk shows, fan forums, and social media. Because in the city of factory smoke and football grit, hope is not easily extinguished. A quarterback room on the edge. The Browns' quarterback competition has been one of the most watched sagas of the 2025 NFL preseason. With veteran Kenny Pickett bringing experience and Dorian Thompson-Robinson flashing familiarity, many assumed the highly publicized rookie Shedeur Sanders would need a miracle to climb the ladder. But after 2 strong practices and a closed-door scrimmage that reportedly had coaches buzzing, Shedeur's name is right back in the mix. In Saturday's padded scrimmage, Sanders went 9-for-12 with 2 touchdowns, including 1 deep strike to rookie receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. that had defensive backs shaking their heads and teammates sprinting down the field in celebration. That moment, captured in blurry cell phone clips that have since gone viral, might have been the play that kept his name alive in the QB1 conversation. He sees the field differently, one assistant coach was overheard saying. He's not perfect, but he's got that twitch, that instinct you just don't teach. Coach Stefanski's poker face. Head coach Kevin Stefanski has remained coy when addressing the quarterback competition, often giving balanced praise to all the contenders. But after the scrimmage, he cracked slightly. Shedeur's command is improving. You're starting to see him take control, Stefanski said, adding, he's learning what it means to be the guy, not just have the tools to be the guy. That distinction is crucial, and perhaps telling. The Browns don't just need talent. They need stability, presence, and someone who won't flinch when the AFC North storms hit hard. And while Sanders has had his growing pains, Stefanski's recent comments suggest that what once looked like a development year may be accelerating towards something more immediate. Locker room momentum shifts. While leadership is often intangible, in a locker room, it's easy to see when someone's got it. Early in camp, some veterans were wary of the rookie QB with a famous last name and a camera crew in tow. But over the last week, Shedeur's work ethic and humility have begun to turn heads. He's here early, leaves late, and keeps his mouth shut, one defensive lineman shared anonymously. That goes a long way with us. It helps that Shedeur hasn't leaned on his father's name or his own college hype. He's been seen sitting quietly with the quarterback coach between reps, often watching Pickett and DTR intently. He's treating this like a marathon, said a source close to the team. And that mindset is catching on. Browns Insider. It's a three-way tie for now. The most significant detail from the Insider update? The assertion that no final decision has been made. According to the source, the coaching staff is using this week, which includes joint practices against the Lions, as the true separator between the contenders. They've broken the camp into 3 phases, the Insider revealed. Phase 1 was installation. Phase 2 was evaluation. Phase 3 now is competition. And in that competition, Shedeur's trajectory is rising. Whether it's enough to unseat Pickett or leapfrog DTR remains unknown. But it's clear the Browns brass is no longer viewing Sanders as the rookie with a long learning curve, but as a legitimate candidate. Fan reaction, hope but caution. Fans at camp have begun to notice the shift too. On Monday, a group of supporters unfurled a banner that read, "Let number 2 cook," a nod to Sanders' jersey and his improvisational style.